on. I'll let you do anything you want. I'll let you watch the shows you want to see. I'll let you watch the shows you want to see. These are the lines she pulls out for me. I come from a woman who, I come from a woman who, I come from a woman who. I come from a woman who, I come from a woman who, I come from a woman who. And I know nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing, I know nothing of poetry or death. I know nothing of poetry or death. I cannot find the proper translations of terror or taqwa. My eyeballs are exhausted from suck and spit, suck and spit, suck and spit. The moon offers little guidance. I am exhausted. I am exhausted. The moon offers little guidance. The Lords of Rocks won't explain why it's only honey without an expiration date. Why is it only honey that has no expiration date? Why is it only honey that has no expiration date? The Lord of Rocks won't explain. Won't explain. Won't explain. And the dead sure do know how to jive. The dead sure do know how to jive. The dead sure do know how to jive.
It's a cup and
they offer entries on their antiquated
that radio tower holds the buzzards.
They offer entries. They offer entries on their antiquated companions. They offer entries on their antiquated companions. Paper menus, hand towels, paper menus, hand towels, paper menus, and hand towels.
Everything to lose.
A list so as to not forget. A list so as to not forget. Chamomile smoke and the rest. Thought spirals through infinity. But grand radiations. It's a riot, 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 it's a riot. But for who and how and when and why? Let's follow the end of the road. Let's follow the end of the road. 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 Let's follow the end of the road!
still here. If you don't like noise, that I understand that. Will you go for a walk with me? Will you go for a walk with me? How many blocks is too many blocks away to see?
For the boy with the
How
field
many
reporter.
blocks is too many blocks
For
to
the boy
see?
with the field reporter.
There's another place.
For the boy with the field
There's
reporter.
another place. It's not
To
the
know me
neighborhood.
is to know there are not many I can stand
It's
for a
not the
long
neighborhood
time.
and it's not the mound.
We reeked of
The
dead
mound
things.
that holds the
Perhaps
neighborhood
this is what drew
that
us
was
to each
once
other.
between lawn and church.
There will
That
never be
neighborhood.
sense in how well we got along instantly.
That neighborhood was once between
It
lawn
began
and
with a
church.
little bit of marijuana
Lawn
and vested
and
interest in the
church.
music of the collector, jazz. There is
Lawn
no
and
proper
church.
inventory. There is no proper inventory for all the parts of you which I now contain, and all the parts of me which you now contain.
There's another place.
They got rid of the
And
bench
you don't
where we
have to
first
go
spoke.
far.
They got rid of the bench where we first spoke.
You don't have to go
They got
far.
rid of the bench where
It's
we
right
first
next
spoke.
to us.
When the
It's
boy with
right
the field
next to
reporter
us.
and I argue,
Isn't
we
that
write
funny?
each
It's
other
right next
poetry.
to us.
When the boy with the field reporter and I argue, we write each other poetry. We write each other poetry.
Central power.
We write each other poetry.
Central power.
We write each other
Powering
poetry.
all of this. Powering all of this. Central power. Central power. There's a big, big engine. And steam. Steam goes through the whole...
November 28th, November 28th, November 28th, 2024. I'm compelled to end my life in a place with mountains since I began my life in one. I'm
You
compelled
need
to
steam.
end my life
You
in a
need
place with
steam.
mountains since I
You
began
need
my
steam
life
to be
in one.
clean.
I'm
You
compelled.
need steam to
November
be clean.
28th,
You need your water and you
2024.
need your light
November
and you need your
28th,
food and you
2024.
eat it with your plastic.
And it's April
Plastic.
19th. It's April
Plastic.
19th.
You eat your
And I
food with
read
your
a copy of The
plastic.
Invisible Man in
Plastic.
Williamsburg. I read a copy
Plastic
of The
in
Invisible
you and
Man in
central
Williamsburg.
power.
I drink
You
the
need the
Sephora.
water and you
I drink
need the
Sephora.
food
And there's a
and you
girl.
need the
There's
energy.
a girl on the bus
There's
bench with a carton
plastic.
of eggs.
Plastic.
What was it? What was it?
Plastic.
Sylvia Plath said. What was it?
Plastic.
Sylvia Plath said. I'm
Plastic.
terrified. I am
Plastic.
terrified. I am terrified by the
Plastic.
endless possibility
Plastic.
of what my life could
Plastic.
become. I am terrified. I am terrified.
You need your
I
water
am
and you need your
terrified.
food. You need your water and you need your food and you need your central power. Central power on William Street. Central power on William Street. You need your central power on William Street.
And it's April 19th. I read a copy of The Invisible Man in Williamsburg. I drink a Sephora. On the bus bench, there's a girl with a carton of eggs. On the bus bench, there's a girl with a carton of eggs. What was it that Sylvia Plath said? I am terrified, I am terrified, I am terrified by the possibilities of what my life could become. And it's March, and there are images of people dancing. Images of people dancing in front of the movie theater screen. In front of the movie theater screen, there are people dancing. And it's November, and I'm compelled to end my life in a place with mountains since I began my life with one. I am compelled by the mountains, I am compelled.
Take your plastic. Where do you put that plastic? It's 80 Murphy Road, 80 Industrial Park Road. It's a private road. It's a private road. That's where you put your plastic. That's where you put your plastic. 80 Industrial Park Road with the American flag and the radio tower. 80,
drug-induced illusion is a kinder world.
80 Industrial Park Road, that's where they put all your plastic with the cat crawler dragging your plastic after you used your energy and you took your shower. That's where they put it.
Naked in a nearby pond. Because what drug-induced illusion is a kinder world? What drug-induced illusion is a kinder world? They sure don't build things that last anymore. They sure don't build things that last anymore. There's nothing for me to grieve. So there's nothing for me to believe. Lesbian fucking Lady Moon. Therefore, all odes to astronomy are miscategorized pornography. They drew dozens of constellations improperly. The Lovers Project was too reclaimed to give such things their proper names. Atomic prophet, the end of the world, devoid yet paranoid. Inherited alchemy, silicone sweethearts at gas station matinees. What else lasts these awful fucking days? Unravel my esoteria, pseudo-punk complacency, discarded recipes, another discarded recipe.
What places made you? What places made you?
There is no love,
What places
only a
made
sky
you?
mahogany stain, the rest is unexplained. Digestible melancholy, ash-flavored whiskey, proto-industrial bandits, record player sanctuary. And I am drunk on sea and prologues. I am drunk, and the clockman and his little friends are all dead. The airplane evokes a dramatic desire to die. I wonder, what must I leave behind? What must I leave behind? And I wonder, can I do anything? Can I do anything? Can I do anything? Can I do anything? And I wonder what it takes to not forget. I wonder what it takes to not forget. And can I do discarded recipes, and she is rarely drunk on apricots. She mutters to herself about improper names. There is no apricot, there is no apricot, there is no apricot, she begins. But I can't hear her over drunk screaming for the television screen to transform into a prophet. Can you explain to me the difference? Can you explain to me the difference between a prophet and a whore? Because my grandmother is not a drunk, I trust what she says about apricots. There are no apricots, there are no apricots, there are no apricots. There are plums, and 7 was once our number. When I spit seeds into the earth, nothing grows. When I spit seeds into the earth, nothing grows. She washes me with olive oil and calligraphy. I can't pronounce any of your words except coffee and algebra. I only read works that taste of wine when considering the reunion of broken hearts, the reunion of broken hearts. When I spit seeds into the earth, nothing grows. They stole her underwear and a photo album, so of course she invited the man over for plenty. There is no such thing as an apricot, but who disobeys a dictionary these days?
Metal moves. Metal moves.
1991. It's the year of growth. And love says to burn the witch, burn the witch, burn the witch. The witch is dead, the witch is dead, burn the witch.
I remember 1991.
We dance with the fish to marigold melodies. We fuck the way stargazers do. We fuck the way stargazers do. We dance with the fish to marigold melodies.
Plastic!
I collect songs that remind me of the people I love.
Plastic
I
like that
collect
before.
songs that remind me of the people I love. I made 2 mistakes that
1991,
year,
yeah, that's the
though I
year
should
they
have
broke
made
punk.
3.
That's the year they broke
1991,
punk.
it was not
That's the year
1991,
they
it was
broke
not
it.
1991. In Amsterdam, I wrote songs about Berlin. In Amsterdam, I wrote songs about Berlin. It was not 1991. It was not 1991. I made 2 mistakes that year. I should have made 3. I only made 2 mistakes that year. I should have made 3. I only
Please don't
made 2
seem to see
mistakes that
anything
year.
that's got real quality
1991, it was not
Where did it all go?
1991, it was not
When you follow the road,
1991,
how many blocks is too many
1991,
blocks?
it was not
How many blocks is too many
1991,
blocks?
it
Did
was
you follow
not
the road? Did you
1991,
follow the road?
it was not
How many blocks is too
1991.
many blocks?
And one more time, I admit, one more time, I will admit, I will admit, one more time, I'll admit. I pray to the little gods for preservation. I admit. I pray to the little gods for preservation. I admit. When the boy with the field recorder and I argue, we write each other poetry. When the boy with the field recorder and I argue, we write each other poetry. Sometimes drinks come to me in dreams. 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 Gin and tonic and rosemary and blackberry jam. Gin and tonic and rosemary and blackberry jam. I consider my feeble attempts to turn celluloid scraps into names for catastrophes. An early endeavor in curating a vocabulary beyond the ending and beginning of things material and not. If language is sense and sounds, then it must be left outside the notebook. It must be left outside the notebook. There are no longer sentimental reasons. There are no longer sentimental reasons. There are no longer sentimental reasons. Only attempts to survive in tongues and in ink. There are no sentimental reasons. There are no sentimental reasons.
Between lawn and church.
There are no sentimental
the willow was
reasons.
there. The willow was there.
The climax is a sadomasochistic call. A sadomasochistic call for an ending of things. And a reminder. The scent of doom is not so different from a lover's perfume, and a reminder, the scent of doom is not so different. It's not so different from the scent of a lover's perfume.
I curved on through and I touched that metal, and I saw the willow, and I looked back to see if my friends were following me, and they put it in a mound behind physical plant. A big mound behind physical plant. A long lane road. They put that willow and they put all that metal. They dug it up real good. They dug it up.
In an airport bathroom, a strange lady came up to me. She cited a commonality in us as lovers of old-fashioned things, such as paper menus and hand towels. She had an airplane to fly. I decided this was as good a time as any to die. This was as good a time as any to die.
They really dug it up. Yeah, I dig that, man.
In an airport bathroom, a strange lady came up to me.
Yeah, I remember
In an
that.
airport
I dug that,
bathroom,
man.
a strange lady came up to me.
I dig it.
A commonality in us and lovers of old-fashioned things such as paper menus, and hand towels. Catastrophe, the expectation under my pillow transformed into a prayer to the purple sky. Where does the world end? Where does the world end? All together, now and again.
Yeah, I hope you really dug it, man.
I
Have
wrote
fun?
you a letter.
You have fun? You have fucking fun? I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun. I hope you have fucking fun. Fuck yeah. I hope you have fucking fun. Plastic. 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 I hope you have fun. 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 Wow, is that fun? Do you like that? Central power! Central power! Central power! Central power! I love it! I love my central power! I love my central power! I love it! I love my central power! I need more central power! Please! Please!
I can't!
What are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here! Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Where are you? What the hell is that? Where are you? Where are you? Thank you. Thanks to my advisor, James Krasnick. Yeah, he's right there.
Test.
All of these videos are from around here, and they make life at this university possible. We were thinking about breaking everything, but it's not our stuff. So, thanks for coming, everybody. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thanks to Sound Co-op. They always get forgotten.